Today we have a pretty short video. I'm going to be showing you the Dior Backstage eye palette. This is the one that I was not going to pick up, but everybody told me that they absolutely loved it. This is the Silver Essentials. This is 011. My understanding this is actually part of the holiday collection for Dior, and part of that holiday collection, I'll be talking about it in my new releases video, or upcoming releases video, which I think is coming after this, is also the holographic silver, which I have on my lips right now. I'm going to use a liner with it so you can kind of see how it'll work with something underneath. But it does have a silverish, lavender-ish holographic look. And is very pretty on its own. But I thought it would look really, really good with this silver palette. Silver Essentials. There are silver shades in here, but it's also a cool-toned purple plummy palette. So we'll take a look at that. On my face, I have the Dior Cushion Foundation. I have the Dior Blooming Boudoir eyeshadow palette. The pink's in here on my cheeks. I have Dior bronzer on as well. So really quickly, I want to show you what I also received when I bought this palette that I said I was not going to buy. I also bought the little Blooming Boudoir candle. This is the little teeny candle. I haven't unboxed it yet, but I did get the little candle. One of the gifts was this cute little, I guess it's like, it's a perfume box. And it's got the Blooming Boudoir design on the front of it. And then when you open it up, it's got like a little hinge. It has the perfume in there. So that was kind of cute. I was like, well, all right. I also picked up a backup of the holographic silver and the nude bloom and the pure copper. I did not get a backup of this one, although I am thinking of getting that as well. So let me show you the palette. That is what it looks like. And the shades from, well, let me do it like this so you guys can see it in the correct order. Okay, so this way, this way, this way. That white shade is a pearl satin, then pink shimmer, and this shade is kind of like almost like the primer shade that's in there. We've got mauve satin, then silver satin, steel satin, Arathite shimmer, pink satin, lilac, which is a holographic, and blueberry satin. That's this one here. Here are all of the shades. So it is a grayish, silverish tone, although this shade, the pink shimmer shade, looks pink and has a little bit of peach to it, actually. These are definitely silvers. You've got light, medium, deep. This is the one that's a shimmer. It does have like shimmering particles sort of in it. This one is the pink satin. This is the shimmer. And then, of course, this is the lilac that's holographic. And then we have the satin, which is blueberry. I wanted to mention the purple that's in the Blooming Boudoir that I liked so much. I was like, oh, I really like that purple. I just wanted to show you that the purples are basically identical. Well, they're not identical. They're similar. This one has more like grape, and this one has more gray because this is the silvers. But on the eye, I don't know how different it's going to look. We'll see. But this has more grape in it. This has more gray in it. I think the formula is really nice. I think that either I don't remember the Backstage as being as nice as this one is, and so I've misremembered, or they've improved the formula because it is nicer than I remember it being. So it's possible I've forgotten. So let's go ahead and do an eye look with it. As I will say in my upcoming releases video, I think this is part of holiday. It looks like it's part of holiday. And then there was another Backstage palette that has more, it's a warm toned, and that goes with the pure copper. At least that's what I took from it. All right, so let's take the pink shimmer, the shade here. It's the only shade that does not have Dior embossed on it, and it does feel like more of that, you know, creamy formula. Let's take a little bit of that. Yeah, it's very pretty. I'm gonna put it just like in the middle of the eye there. We'll see how many shades we can use today. I could use 9. I mean, some of it would get lost, but I could use 9. Let's take, there's no mattes in here. That's interesting. Not a surprise, but there's, let's use the satin pink first. What I think I'm gonna do is build up this look so that at each stage it can kind of be its own thing. And then I'll add the other shades to it so that you guys can see more or less all 9 shades. This is a very light baby pink. Very pretty, actually. And these are satins. Like I said, there's satins, shimmers, and holographic. All right, we're gonna take that white pearl satin, use that on the inner corner here, inner like fourth of the eye, just like a tiny little bit. So those, we've got the white pearl, well, the pearl satin shade, we've got the pink shimmer, and we have the pink satin on the eye. You can just see it's a very soft, very light look. On someone like me, because of my coloring, you won't see a lot of it, but somebody with deeper skin tone, obviously you'll have more intensity, more contrast. All right, so then let's do the gray. Let's take the silver satin, this one here, the light one. Yeah, it's a beautiful silver shade, but it's very light, very pretty. This would be gorgeous just all over the eye. Let's see how silvery that is. All right, let's take the steel and kind of do it on the outer corner. This is not the deepest shade gray, but it's like the medium shade gray. So I'm gonna put it like on the outer fourth of the eye. And remember, it's got the pink under, so it's gonna not look as deep as it did as when I swatched it. We're gonna kind of run that through. I do love grays and grayish purples. So those are the light grays and the medium grays and the pinks and the white. Now I'm gonna take the mauve satin, which is a deeper purple, but again, not the deepest. I haven't gone to the deepest shades yet, or the holographic shades. And we're gonna mix that in and actually put it a little above. Let's take the holographic and put that on the eyelid. This is the lilac. Let's do the purple shade to deepen it, and then we'll use the shimmer or anthracite, whatever, as liner. Just kind of running it like in a circle out here. And don't worry, I'll clean up the outside of my eye. For those of you who haven't watched me before, a lot of people use eye guards. Other people just, you know, put their eye makeup on first. I don't know, I learned to do my eye makeup first, so that's what I do, but I do always have to clean up under my eye and then like put the makeup back on, but it's just what I do. It's what I've become comfortable with. All right, now we're gonna take the deep gray shade, the shimmer, use it as liner. It does have some shimmer to it, but there's not like chunky particles in it or anything. Okay, there you go. All 9 shades, believe it or not, that I actually used to build up this look. And you saw them in different stages so you could see all different shades and what they can do. Let me put on some Dior mascara and then we'll put on the fig liner so you can see how this luminizer works. Maximizer. Why do I keep calling it luminizer? Okay, mascara is on. I'm gonna take a little bit of the new. This is the lavender powder. I think it's the same lavender powder that they've always had, but it's the new compact in the Blooming Boudoir. We're just gonna put a little bit under the eyes. I know I make a weird face. It does really brighten up your face. Lavender in general, but this powder is really finely milled and I really do like it. So that is the overall look. That's the eyeshadow palette. It's beautiful. It does remind me a little bit of tutu, but of course it has more options. It's really very pretty. It's a really, really nice 9-pan. And if you like silvers and purples, it's excellent. Yeah, I like it far more than I remember liking the formula. So I don't know if the formula changed or I did. I'm not sure. So let me take, this is Brown Fig. Brown Fig is one of my favorite Dior liners. Yes, it's brown, but it has a coolness, a figness to it that I thought would lend itself well to this look. I also think the new Hermes Pruneur would look lovely with this eyeshadow palette. Now here is the silver holographic, Holo silver. And as you can see, it's not too much. It's not like holographic. It's just a little bit of something that makes the look a little more interesting. Glossy, really pretty. I love these maximizers. You know, I have like 20 of them at this point in different shades and now backups of certain shades. So just really, really like it. And yeah, I'm very impressed with the quality of the Dior products that have come out lately. I will tell you, I've been using the Blooming Boudoir eyeshadow palette a little bit more. The formula in there, and I've had a lot of people ask me, it's powdery. It's a powdery formula. It's not like the old formula in the Quince. It's not really like the new formula in the Quince either. It's a drier, more powdery formula. It does seem to work well on me. I think it's because I have dry skin, so it doesn't stick because I don't have oils really in my skin. So I think it actually goes on really well, the Blooming Boudoir eyeshadow palette, but it's not my favorite formula. I do like the shades far more than I thought I would, but it's not a formula that's my favorite. If I were to tell you like right now, I would buy the Backstage before I would buy the 10-pan. That's just me. I think it's a better formula. I like the color story. The warm color story that they have, I didn't like as much. I think I'm just getting into cool color stories. I don't know what happened to me, but yeah, I really like it. I've always liked grays, but like these are plummy as well. I just think it's really pretty. But I do like the eyeshadow, the pink eyeshadows on my cheeks. They're working well as a blush. So I don't know what to say about that. And the maximizers, like I said, I think they're perfect. I love them. If you pick up, again, I said it before, but pick up nothing else, pick up the maximizers. The Nude Bliss or whatever it is that's part of the Blooming Boudoir, beautiful, beautiful shade. And in my opinion, the Pure Copper and the Holo Silver, which I believe are part of Holiday, are also stunning. So I don't think you can go wrong. It just depends on, what shade you want. And the Lavender powder, I love the Lavender powder. I think it's beautiful powder. And it comes in, the regular packaging, but why not pick up the pretty packaging? That's just me. So if you have any questions or, there's anything that you want to talk about with the Dior, like I said, after this should probably be the new releases. There's a lot coming, guys, in October, and some of it will already come like while this goes up. The end of September, things will leak. Like they'll suddenly show up on Sephora or somewhere, or some boutiques will get them. But technically, a lot of stuff is supposed to go live 10/1, which is Sunday. But we'll see some of it before then, because that's always what happens. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. Hope to see you in another video really soon.